Would you like to experience greater success in your business, leadership, or creative career? If so, you're going to love today's Merry Miracle Monday. Stay tuned, that's coming up. Hiya, and welcome back to Merry Miracle Mondays. I am your host and miracle facilitator, Erin Lloyd. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thanks for being here. And whether you've been here before or not, please go ahead and read the instructions, the directions in the description. Before continuing, it will give you a heads up on how long this week's Merry Miracle experience will be. So, if you observe Christmas, Merry Christmas to you, because at the time of this video, it is Christmas Day 2023. For our fourth and final week, I'll be gifting you a miracle to experience greater success. I'll be transmitting these miracles from Arizona, as I have been for all month long, for all of Merry Miracle Mondays. And if you're in the Eastern Hemisphere where it's already Tuesday, that's okay. This can still work for you. Same if you're like, Erin, it's not even Christmas. Christmas is come and gone, girl. It is later in the week. Okay, this can still work for you. How cool is that? So no worries if you couldn't make it on Christmas. But if you're here on Christmas Day and you observe and celebrate, Merry Christmas to you. Otherwise, Happy Holidays, which means holy days for those who do not know. So last week's Merry Miracle was for love and relationships. Did you show up for that? If so, make sure that you participated in the comments as required to receive your miracles. If you're like, huh, what's this? Love and miracles, love and relationships, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? If you missed it or the other Merry Miracle Monday videos this month, you're welcome to find them on the videos tab or the playlist called Merry Miracle Mondays for this YouTube channel. So last week was week 3 of Merry Miracle Mondays. We had love and relationships, as I said. Week 2, the week before that, was for health. If you want like a health miracle, you can go check that out if you missed it. And we blasted off this year's Merry Miracle Mondays with a money miracle. So if you've missed receiving any of those miracles, again, you can find them on the Merry Miracle Mondays playlist or the videos tab for this channel. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. Ready? Ready? If you already participated and commented for any of those other Merry Miracle Mondays, but you'd like another health miracle or another money miracle or another miracle for love and relationships, you can just go through the experience and participate all over again and receive a whole new miracle. Woo woo! But shh, don't tell anybody. Let it be our little secret, and they can be surprised when they find these videos at some time now or in the future. All right, so what if receiving any one of these miracles? Again, we covered money, health, relationships. Did I say health? And today will be success. What if receiving even just one of these miracles could positively change everything for you? Will you choose it? If so, come with me. Let's go. All right, so how? Well, if you're new here or you've been here a while but you forgot, go ahead and subscribe. That's step number 1. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Step number 2, hit the notification bell and set it to enable all notifications so you don't miss your miracles. Number 3, be sure to tune in and watch each week's Merry Miracle Monday video. Pretty simple and all free. How's it get better than that? Woo woo. And lastly, which is number 4, which is going to be participate by commenting. So comment when I ask you to during each week's Merry Miracle Monday video in order to receive that week's miracle if you're so choosing. This is an interactive, and I mean choosing to receive it, not choosing to comment. Commenting is required if you'd like to receive your miracles. So this is an interactive experience. So you must participate by commenting to receive your miracles. So again, those 4 were 1, subscribe, 2, enable the notification bell and set it to receive all notifications. Number 3 was whatever I said. I keep forgetting what 3 was. And number 4, comment when I ask you to during the video. Easy peasy, lemon breezy, as my daughter used to say. Okay, so who am I and how can I give to you miracles? Who do I think I am and how dare I? Well, again, I'm Erin Lloyd, your quantum success activator, elevator, accelerator, and prosperity catalyst at Quantum Leap Your Biz and Holistic Prevention and Wellness. I am a certified instant miracle coach, aka a certified instant miracle master. I'm a certified rapid results coach. I'm certified in a variety of healing modalities and techniques, so I just say I'm a certified healing facilitator. I'm a certified Access Bars practitioner. I'm the creator of the Success Frequencies. I'm a holistic business, success, and wellness coach and an ordained minister, although no longer religious. I also have ADHD. As you heard, I live in Arizona and I'm a bit goofy, but don't let that dissuade you from the fact that I can facilitate miracles for you if you're willing to follow along with the aforementioned directions and choose to receive them and be willing to receive them. So, are you ready to safely succeed at light speed? If so, I'm the one you hire when you're finally ready to attract dream peeps, quantum leap your biz, or creative career so you can be there now and transform the world like you came here to do. I used to say, incidentally, so you can transform the world like you came here to do it. If you're know anything about marketing taglines with online marketing, um, that's one of the things that sometimes we success strategists and consultants and branding and online marketing consultants such as myself will sometimes recommend. But my peeps are a bit unconventional typically and or uh whatchamacallit, words escape me at the moment. So NDs are tend to be my people. You don't have to be or identify as an ND, um, neurodivergent, in order to benefit. But I do have some of those qualities, and I tend to attract people who have some of those qualities as clients. And so I mention this because my people are human transformers. We're here to transform the world, whether you choose to do that through creative career, business, or leadership, or entertainment, or healing, or some other kind of way is irrelevant, really. It's who you're being and showing up as and choosing again and again and again. And so, yeah, could you quantum leap your biz and attract your dream peeps, gigs, or opportunities and all that? Um, of course. Can I facilitate you and support you in doing that faster and easier than you ever thought possible? Of course. And I decided for me, I chose rather, that I was no longer going to put so you can transform the world like you came here to do because you're already doing that, right? And a lot of people who come to me, they're already successful in many areas of their life or business or whatever. They're either ready to spiral on up and get to their next level of success in business or their creative career or leadership or in a new business venture or career, or um, they got to their infamous there. I said to be there now, uh, and yet they don't feel fulfilled, or it wasn't sustainable, or they backslid, or they were disillusioned, or the fear that they had secretly that the other shoe was going to drop happened, yada yada blah blah. So the point is, you can transform the world like you came here to do, whether or not you choose to work with me to quantum leap your biz or creative career or leadership. That being said, if you're already doing that, which a lot of my peeps are, and you're ready to just be there now at the next level that is fulfilling, that is sustainable, where you don't have to have that disillusionment, um, with greater ease, joy, freedom, flow, fulfillment, and fun faster than you ever thought possible, then you may want to consider applying to come work and play with me. So, as a client attraction specialist and intuitive business and success coach, and as I said, a branding and online marketing consultant slash strategist, I can facilitate you in achieving that. Conscious leaders, entrepreneurs, entertainers, creators, light bringers who are ready, to generate, create, have, and grow a conscious and prosperous biz or creative career they love with, like I said, greater ease, joy, freedom, flow, fulfillment, and fun faster than they ever thought possible, or who I work with and who works and plays with me. With my support, you can experience that without burning out. Again, can I get a what in the comments? Without selling out, without losing your soul, and this is often key for my peeps who've already experienced certain levels of success, without the fear of your continued success costing you who and or what you value the most. Like your time, your health, your sanity, your peace, your relationships even. And if that resonates with you, I invite you to apply to receive one of my exclusive complimentary Accelerate Your Success sessions, aka my Quantum Leap Your Biz sessions, to discover if it would be fun for us to work and play together. And if that is lighting you up in the joyful ways, then go ahead and follow the link which you can find in the description and or comments to apply. It's always my intention and target that you leave a free session, if you qualify to receive one, better off than when you came in. I pour my heart and soul into them. It's a time investment for us both, even though it's a complimentary session for you to receive. And if you qualify to receive one, I advise you to allow up to between 2 to 4-ish hours just to receive it. So, yeah, these sessions have really moved the needle for people, even if we never work and play together or ever even connect or speak again after it. But you do have to qualify to receive one. So if that resonates, follow the link to apply. Okay, so before we begin, before I gift you with today's Merry Miracle for Success, I have some exciting news to share with you. And I had a drum roll queued up, but you know what? I've never added a sound effect in a presentation using this app before, so I know how to add it if I'm downloading it as a video, separate than this YouTube video that I'm recording in. But even though I added the sound effect to this screen, to this quote unquote slide, if you will, I don't think you can hear it right now. I don't hear it, so just imagine, since it's Christmas Day, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo out front of the house, and Clark keeps trying to get the lights to light, but they won't light, and he says, "Drum roll, please," and Beverly D'Angelo kicks it off with the drum roll. So just imagine them outside and go ahead and be my drum roll for me and with me, since I can't get the sound effect to work right now. So drum roll, please. All right, so I have some exciting news to share with you. Announcing, drumroll please, Merry Miracles Live. Merry Miracles Live is a free interactive experience that I was inspired to create and offer you for the first time this year. If you've loved receiving any miracles through me over the past 4 years and anywhere or place I have offered them, whether it was through Merry Miracle Mondays. Only 2 years have been on YouTube. I've offered them in other places in the past. But I've also gifted miracles throughout the years, even in places that had nothing to do, even before I was inspired to create Merry Miracle Mondays. So if you've loved receiving any miracles through me over the past 4 years on YouTube or through Merry Miracle Mondays or elsewhere, you are going to love Merry Miracles Live. So just like Merry Miracle Mondays, I'll be gifting you miracles for health, wealth, love and relationships, and success. Unlike Merry Miracle, Merry Monday, what is it called? You think I would know after 4 years. Unlike Merry Miracle Mondays, you'll be able to request personalized miracles from me during the live experience. So you are definitely going to want to join me live so you can ask for and receive personalized miracles. You know, like in the old days when you could call up the radio stations. Remember those? Remember, are you old enough to remember radio stations like I am? And you could call up the DJ and request your jam. Remember those days? So yeah, unlike the miracles that I've gifted on Merry Miracle Monday videos, you'll be able to request personalized miracles with me if you show up with me live. So, why else do you want to attend Merry Miracles Live this Friday? I will tell you. Thank you for asking. Because who doesn't want to receive more miracles? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to miss out because I can't guarantee there's going to be a replay. So the only way to ensure that you receive more miracles is to show up with me live at Merry Miracles Live this Friday, December 29th, 2023 at 8 a.m. Arizona time. So, another reason you're going to want to attend Merry Miracles Live is because I have a special invitation for you to Miracalize 2024. Plus, if you attend live and stay with me through the end, you'll also receive a bonus miracle. And I will give you a hint. It has to do with New Year's. So I'm pretty sure you're going to love it if you love receiving miracles. So Merry Miracles Live, as I said, will be this Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time. Now, just breathe with me in case that sent panic into you. A couple things. One, if you sign up, it's free to attend and it's free to sign up. And I give you the link in a minute. It also should be on the screen actually. Yeah, bit.ly/. Nope, that's the wrong link. I changed the link on the graphic. Sorry about that. You'll find the correct link to attend Mary Miracles Live for free in the comments and or the description of this video. Okay, so yes, it's live. Yes, it's going to be on Arizona time. If you want to reference, Pacific time is an hour behind Arizona right now. If you want more specifics, sign up for free to attend Mary Miracles Live with your name and your best email address, and you'll be sent an email with all the deets, including a link that says click here to see what time that is in your part of the world. So if you're not in Arizona, which I don't expect you to be, then you can click the link in the email after you signed up for free and see what time that will be in your part of the world. Okay, so to sign up, the link is going to be bit.ly/Mary Miracles Live. Now, again, you can click or tap that link in the description of this video. I recommend you pause this video and go sign up right now while it's on your mind. Mary Miracles Live this Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time. Sign up now with your name and your best email address for free to attend Mary Miracles Live for free, and you'll receive an email with all the deets, including a link to see what time that is for you. Now, if you're like Aaron, I could have sworn in your last Mary Miracle Live video for relationships and love, you set a different date for Mary Miracles Live. I did, and I apologize. I messed up. I apologize. I'm sorry. I did put that in the description and the comment that you're not going crazy. I did have to make a date change. Okay. The good news is if you couldn't have attended last week, then you're in luck because maybe now you can attend this week. So this Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time, Mary Miracles Live. Okay. And yeah, it's just easier to click or tap the link. That way I don't have to spell it out, and neither do you. How's it get better than that? Woo woo. Okay, so again, main reasons to attend. It's live. You can say hi, tell me which part of the world you're connecting with me live from this Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time. You can raise your hand on the live event online and say, hey, Aaron, I would like to receive a miracle for, and you could tell me what it's for. You get to have a personalized miracle granted. How does it get better than that? Show up and let's find out together. Plus, you get to receive a bonus miracle that has to do with the new year if you stay live with me through the end. Plus, you get to receive a special invitation to Miracalize your 2024. Woo woo! And you'll receive more miracles. And finally, the last reason you don't want to miss it, I think I said this, but just to reiterate, I'm really not sure if there's going to be a replay. If there is going to end up being one, you'll know because I'll notify you by email. So again, sign up for Mary Miracles Live, even if you don't think you can attend live, just in case I'm able to get a replay out this year, because then you'll be able to receive the replay link via email. But you'll have to sign up by email for free in order to get that. And again, I'm not sure and I cannot guarantee there's going to be a replay this year. So show up live, do everything you can to show up live this Friday, December 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time. Knowing it's more miracles, you can personalize your request, get a free bonus miracle at the end, because who doesn't love even more miracles, and receive a special invitation to learn how you could miracleize your 2024. Alrighty then. So now let's take care of some brief housekeeping so you can receive this week's Miracle for Success. Alright, so warning, do not drive, operate machinery, watch small children, use cutlery, fire, or anything else that requires your full and or present attention during this experience. Yes, it's a pre-recorded video that you're watching on YouTube, and it's still an experience. Most of my things are experiential these days and have been for the last few years. And what that means is that your presence, which is a gift, is required in order to receive and benefit. Okay? So That's like step number 1, and then your participation as far as commenting, subscribing, enabling the bell, blah, blah, are the remaining steps. But your presence is a gift. Hold on. Anyone else? I have what I've deemed to be musical ADD. So every time I say that, I see the scene from Buffy the Vampire Slayer where the original Slayer from Africa is telling Buffy, "Death is your gift. Death is your gift." And Buffy's like, "What the hell does that mean?" Anyway, I digress. This is my want, my silliness, and my ADHD. Okay, so essentially, your brainwaves could be altered in a really cool way, kind of in a relaxing way, like a meditation can. Um, and so, safety first, I'm all about safety. Safety, safety, safety. So, this is your warning. You have been warned. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. Nothing I shared in any way, shape, form, and or place is meant to substitute for professional, medical, and or psychological advice and or treatment. You are responsible for your own healthcare choices, actions, and inactions. When in doubt, always check with your own qualified medical professionals, preferably ones with extra training in functional medicine, who use an integrative and holistic approach to wellness and even to disease, um, and combine that with your own inner highest guidance. As in, don't give your power to anyone outside of you, including me or anyone else. Don't make a doctor your authority. Doctors are not gods, okay, or God. Don't discount your own knowing. And if you needed to hear that, let me know in the comments. Okay. Next, for best experience and results, view this video in HD. There's a little gear icon on the video. Go ahead and tap it. And if you have the bandwidth or you're on Wi-Fi, please set it to high def 1080p or higher if you have that for free. Next, view in full screen. So this is the time of the video to go ahead and hit the full screen thingy-mabobber. What's it? And watch the rest of this video in full screen. Okay, make sure that your device you're watching this video on is either fully charged or connected to power. But Aaron, it's got some charge and that will usually last me and blah 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 blah. Just listen. If you were having like the best meditative experience of your life, or the best dream or sleep of your life, and it got interrupted, it would be very discombobulating and disorienting. It's like if you're in flow state and your flow gets interrupted, it doesn't mean you cannot recover from it, but it's not recommended. Okay? We've got all kinds of things that can happen. There are energies coming through my voice and in the background of this video. They're high frequency energies. You may or may not be aware of them. You may or may not be able to feel them. Either way is just fine, but you need to know they're coming through. Why? 1, for your own safety, 2, for your own benefit, and 3, because energy can have different effects on technology. So even if you were at like, oh, I'm at 80% or oh, I'm at 25%, and that usually lasts me a few hours, maybe it does. And I'm going to recommend you go ahead and connect your device to power just in case. Better safe than sorry. Okay, next, set your devices to do not disturb. If you're on a phone or tablet, set your devices to do not disturb. If you're watching this on a computer, but you have your phone or tablet by you, I recommend you put the phone or tablet in airplane mode if you're watching this video on your computer, and or set your phone to do not disturb or your whatever device is near you. What does that say? Can I read my own writing? I have a visual impairment, and the way the screen is displaying this for me at the moment, it's a bit smaller than I can read. What the heck does that say? Oh yes, silence your notifications until we are done. Hopefully you could see that even if I didn't. Okay. Next, go ahead and get yourself a glass or a bottle of water if you don't already have one. Be sure that for the remainder of this video experience that you are in a safe, private, distraction-free space or area, even if it's your own garden or yard. Whether it's indoors or outdoor, be in a safe, distraction-free, private area if possible for the remainder of this experience. And go ahead and put your feet on the ground floor of earth. If you're in a wheelchair, then hopefully you have something that helps you feel grounded to the earth. So you could either imagine you're connected and that your feet are touching the ground floor of earth, or you can have something on your person that helps you feel grounded and connected to the earth. Okay? And that applies, that last part, whether you're in a wheelchair or not, but I want to make sure I'm being as inclusive as possible. So feel free to have anything that helps you feel grounded and centered and connected to the earth, either on your person or nearby, whether or not you're in a wheelchair. But for everyone else, I'm going to recommend you put your feet on the ground or floor, and you will be seated safely for most of the rest of this experience. So feet are on the ground, you're safely seated. And here are some tips to help you actualize and miracalize your success miracle with greater ease, joy, and speed. Go ahead and press snooze on any disbelief that you have. So, healthy skepticism is not only okay, it's welcome. But just like you would pause disbelief in order to enjoy a novel or a fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, even an action movie, go ahead and snooze disbelief for the remainder of this experience as well. Next, choose that this experience, this success miracle experience from today's Merry Miracle Monday video is going to work for you. And next, have a curious mind and an open heart. Now, I did say this is interactive, and I will be asking you to participate by commenting when I ask you to in order to receive your miracle. So we're going to start now. I'm going to ask you, and you may feel foolish, stupid, ridiculous, funny, embarrassed. I'm going to ask you to just amuse us both and have some fun with it and repeat aloud after me anyway. I choose that this gets to work for me now. Or I am choosing that this will work for me. So you can either say I am choosing or I choose that this will work for me now or this gets to work for me now. Something to that effect. Okay? Pick the one that feels easiest for you. Pause this if you need to. Say it aloud and then resume. Thank you. And next, I'm going to have you do whatever version you chose to say. Put that in the comments. Pause this if you need to again, and then put in the comments, I am choosing that this will work for me now, or that this gets to work for me now, or I choose that this gets to work for me now. Something to that effect, either with I am choosing or I choose. But put it in present tense and put it in the comments now, please, and thank you. Okay, next. Be willing to ask for your miracle to actualize a little bit when I guide you to coming up. That's one. And two, be willing to receive it. Now, these may seem like no-brainers if you're new to me or to Merry Miracle Mondays or the way I've been leading and guiding you on this process and this Merry Miracle Monday journey this year. That's okay. Am I saying this is the only way you can ever receive or experience miracles? Absolutely not. This is the way I'm being guided to offer and facilitate them to and for you this time this year. And each Merry Miracle Monday video, if you've tuned in or joined me, is slightly different. Like our basics, our warnings, our disclaimers, our housekeeping, that's the same. But as far as the experiential part of the video, that varies depending on what I was guided to do on that week's video. So there are some slight variations. If you're like, just do what she told me to do last week, this week, they're all slightly different. So for best experience, tune into the video for the miracles you'd like to receive on the videos tab or the playlist for Mary Miracle Mondays on this channel if you missed any or would like a whole new one, and go through each week's video for that topic. Okay, so for the way we're doing this year's experience, we're going to be asking for our miracles this week for success, okay? And so you might think, duh, obviously I'm willing to ask or I wouldn't be here, Aaron. And here's the thing. Sometimes people don't know they can ask. Sometimes people don't even think to ask. If they do, like, they either don't think to ask or they don't know they can ask, or they got in trouble for asking or for making any noise whatsoever. If you can relate, let me know in the comments. And I don't just mean asking for miracles. I mean asking for pretty much anything you desired from childhood through now, especially with parent or authority figures. Now, I'm not your parent or an authority figure. That being said, I am facilitating miracles, so it's not me you're going to be asking for the miracles from. By the way, I'm just facilitating if you're new to me. All right, so it may seem like a no-brainer, duh, common sense, Aaron. Obviously, I'm willing to ask, blah, blah. And consciously, you may be. But Dr. Bruce Lipton, PhD's work, he's the father of epigenetics and the author of The Biology of Belief, has shown that approximately 95 to 98% of our choices, actions, and behaviors are driven by unconscious parts of ourselves. That's what dictates what shows up for us in our external worlds. And it's being dictated from the unconscious parts within us. Now, you may think that's just subconscious, and he refers to it as subconscious beliefs and things like that, but it's not just subconscious, by the way. Even that's too limiting and not fully accurate. So I just refer to it as unconscious world internally. So what that means is that only about 2 to 4-ish, 5-ish% tops of what shows up for us is guided by our conscious choices, thoughts, actions, and behaviors. So on one hand, that can seem really disempowering if you're new to that information. But on the other hand, it can be very empowering because, for instance, let's say that you've just been working so hard, and the harder you work, the harder things get, or the worse things seem to get, or you just seem to be spinning your wheels. One, you may be neurodivergent and unaware of it or haven't been tested or diagnosed, especially if you have ADHD. There's a type of ADHD, according to Dr. Daniel Amen, MD, the brain doctor, who, after over 25, 30 years of brain scans in the brains of ADHD people, has shown a certain type of ADHD where the harder you try, the worse things seem to get. And if you're a perfectionist or a recovering perfectionist like I am, or an overachiever, or have those tendencies, this may especially be ringing true for you. If so, and if you needed to hear this, let me know in the comments. Maybe you didn't know, maybe it was a reminder. Hopefully it's bringing you some relief and you can be like, there's nothing wrong with me. That's why this is so fucking hard. Then that may be the case for you, and that could be affecting your success in every or any area of your life or business or creative career and have nothing to do with miracles. Excuse me for sniffling. I can't always get to the mute switch on time, yo. By the way, if you're hearing a clicking sound occasionally, that's my mute switch. I can't do anything about it at the moment. And yes, it's happened on different headsets by different brands. If you have a good USB headset that has a mute switch that doesn't make a clicking sound that you want to recommend to me in the comments, even if it's an affiliate link, put it in there. I'd love to know about it. Okay, so consciously asking for what you desire, including in this case, a success miracle this week coming up, may seem like a no-brainer, duh. And to the, 2 to 4 or 5% of your consciousness, conscious awareness, it may be. But for most of you, which is unconscious, those parts may not be on the same page with you asking for your success miracle this week. Maybe they were with the love and relationship one, or maybe they were with the money one, or maybe they were with the health one, but they may not be this time for this success miracle coming up. And if you discover that, which may surprise you, that's okay. Do not make yourself bad or wrong. Do not judge it. Do not try to shut it up. Just notice it with curiosity. Like, isn't that interesting? Because here's what I can tell you of being in business in one way, shape, or form for 11 years, going on this 11 years this January 2024, coaching and consulting visionaries, conscious visionaries, and leaders, entrepreneurs, etc. Here's the thing. Hold on. Yep, that's interesting. That thought just went. It will come back if it needs to. It was a goodie too. It's so common, and I know at least one person listening to this now or in the future needed to hear it, so hopefully it will come back. Or check the comments or the description. I'll add it later if it comes back after I'm done recording. Okay. Sorry about that. Again, ADHD. What are you going to do? All right, so one, be willing to ask for your miracle to actualize. Well, Erin, if most of me is unconscious and that part may not be on the same page with my willingness consciously to actualize it, then how does that help me? I'm just making you aware that this can come up and that you need to be consciously willing at least. Because if that small percentage of you that is conscious isn't fully willing to ask for your miracle, if it's like, fuck that shit, I'm not asking for a miracle, Erin, I didn't know you were going to make me ask for a miracle, then that's okay. If you're unwilling, this won't work for you, even though you chose it was going to work for you, because you have to be willing to participate because it's interactive. And I didn't just mean by commenting because I said it was going to require your presence, right? Don't make yourself bad or wrong if you're not willing to ask for your miracle. Just acknowledge it, notice it with curiosity, and then someday if you feel inspired, like, hey, I'm willing to ask for a success miracle now, let me go find Erin's video. So here's what I recommend you do. Either way, save this video. If you're in the YouTube app, save it. If you're on the browser, save it in the browser. Do whatever works for you. If you use one tab like I do, if you have ADHD, I highly recommend the one tab browser extension. When we're done, save it, bookmark it, and or send it to one tab if you need to. Even if you are willing to receive this miracle and ask for it. Okay, so that brings us to the next part, receiving it. Be willing to receive it. Be consciously willing to receive it. Your miracle for success coming right on up. Okay? Here's the thing, at different times in our journeys, and even different areas of our lives, we may be more willing to ask for something than we are to receive it, and other times it might be the other way around. We might not be willing to fully ask for it, but we might think we're willing to receive it. For instance, let's say you're in business and you would like to, let's say you're in a service-based business and you'd like to receive more dream clients to serve. Okay. Or customers, or patients, or students, or attendees, or participants, or audience people, or readers, or listeners, whatever. You might desire to have a sellout audience at your next gig, or sell several art pieces, excuse me, at your next showing or whatever. I just forgot what it's called. Oh my god. I got a little bit of a headache at the time of this recording, so hold on. Okay. For whatever it is you're asking for the success miracle for. Maybe you know what you desire and you can imagine it, but maybe you're not quite as willing to ask for it. And you may not be consciously aware until this experience. Okay? Because I'm going to let you know something. A lot of times, sometimes a few times, sometimes occasionally, sometimes a lot of times, sometimes just sometimes, we're sure we desire something and we can even imagine having it. But the reality is, the parts of us that desire it want to keep it in fantasy world. They don't actually necessarily desire to ask for it or even to have it actualize and show up. Now, part of you might want to fight me on that. And if you do, notice that with curiosity. Oh, isn't that interesting? I want to fight her. No, that's not what I would. I would never do that, Aaron. Maybe, maybe not. But if you wanted to fight me and that came up, get curious about that. Because if there's some resistance there, there might be something to that. Okay, so this two thing seems like, oh, she's wasting a bunch of time on this. We're already at 40 minutes, blah, blah. I get on with it. Remember, there are high frequencies flowing throughout my voice and throughout this in the background. So even what sounds like me babbling, there's still energy working in the background if you're willing to allow yourself to receive it and be supported by it, whether you can feel it or not. And so, what these two things, concepts of being willing to ask and being willing to receive, seem stupid, seem like no brainers to our conscious selves. The reality is, you might be surprised to discover that you might be willing to ask for it, but not receive it. Or you might be able to receive it, but not really ask for it. Or you might be resistant to both. And maybe not on every area of your life, but maybe today, for this success miracle that you showed up here for, you might discover something that surprises you. It could happen. Don't judge it if it does. Just get curious about it. Okay? But again, the main points here are, if you discover you're not fully consciously willing to ask for and or receive today's success miracle, don't judge it. Just notice it with curiosity. And then save the video, bookmark it, whatever. Set a reminder for yourself in your device to come back like a week from now and check back in with yourself. Maybe you'll be ready then. Or 2 weeks from now. Or a month from now. Or on New Year's, the first week of the new year. Okay? All right, next. Even though I haven't officially had you ask yet, go ahead and choose to release and detach from how your success miracle has to show up, what it has to or is going to look like, and when and where. Okay? Because you might, if you're an entrepreneur, decide you want that many more sales or customers or clients or students or participants or attendees or whatever. And the reality could be that your mind, part of your small self, has decided in order for that to happen, X, Y, Z would have to occur first in such and such a way. Well, what if the very fact that your mind decided that and is trying to drive the process is hindering, blocking, or stopping what you actually desire from showing up? What if there's an easier, faster, more efficient, better way or ways that what you're really desiring to show up, like more sales, students, customers, clients, participants, members, attendees, enrollees, etc., clients, could show up if you got out of your own damn way? Aaron, I'm not in my own damn way. Maybe you're not. I hope you're not. But if you notice the resistance fight energy on me there, again, get curious about it and notice it. Maybe pause this and reflect on it. Because our minds, they mean well, bless their little hearts, but they don't. They can't see the forest for the trees. Okay? And so oftentimes that's one possible way or a couple possible ways that things could show up potentially. But if it's not shown up yet, and or it's not showing up um, in ways that please you and your body or ways that are optimal, why limit yourself? Why not let things be easier? Now, if you've been a fighter or in survival mode most of your life, that could be a new concept for you. And in some cases, it can be easier said than done, admittedly. That being said, what if it doesn't have to be so damn hard and take so damn long? What if you're getting in your own way and making it be slower and harder or preventing it from showing up altogether? Okay? And if you are, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying that it can be happening at the unconscious levels, which are most of us driving, and you can look at it with curiosity and compassion instead of with judgment, right? Once you shine that light of conscious awareness of it onto that, you can be like, oh, isn't that interesting? I didn't even realize I was self sabotaging or repelling money and success and sales and dream peeps and dream ops as in opportunities. Crap. Hmm. Okay, what else would I like to choose now? Well, maybe life is hard enough and challenging enough on its own, and I don't have to make shit be harder than it has to be anymore. Maybe it's actually safe for me to succeed at light speed from now on, and I don't have to be the reason things are slower or harder for myself right now. Hmm, that's a possibility. Would I be willing to choose it? And you might be surprised to find that you're not yet willing to choose it. And what if that's okay and you don't judge it if you discover that? You just witness it with curiosity and compassion and be willing to put a note, okay, whether you journal or take notes, voice text or whatever, text yourself, email yourself, voice record, video record, journal, whatever works for you in that moment. Oh, today I discovered I'm not actually willing to have this show up. Some fear came up, or some resistance came up, or some doubt came up, or some I can't out succeed my siblings came up, or some my family needs me to be the small broken loser came up, or this came up, or that came up, or I'm afraid I'll lose my relationship. Remember earlier I said I support you in safely succeeding at light speed without your fear of your continued success costing you who and or what you value the most? Because that's a key one for my people who are spiraling on up to get to the next level. And it's not always conscious. But here's the thing, and I think this was the piece that I lost earlier in the ADHD moment was hold on. Yeah, somebody's trying to block that. Let me delete that. See, isn't that interesting? Yeah. So when you are ready to spiral on up and be at that next level, that's when the things will come up. And sometimes my people will mistakenly believe it's a sign that they're not supposed to be going toward that next level or that's not a goal they should be aiming for. We use targets. Um, and the reality is, shit that isn't aligned or optimal for you to be at that next level and functioning from it as that right now makes itself known. You don't have to go looking for it. Anything that's not in alignment or support or agreement with the version you desire to be at right now of your next version of their quote unquote will make itself known. Okay? And you don't always have to clear everything in the way first. That's the great news also. All you have to do is get clear on what you're desiring from your heart, your body, and your being level. Get clear on why you desire it. And then when you start to take inspired aligned action toward realizing it, actualizing it, materializing it, and or something even greater or and or better, anything not congruent with that will make itself known. Like, hey, what about me? Your fear that you're going to lose your relationships. You're going to upset what's that expression? You're going to rock the boat in your family or in your friends group or in your colleagues or whatever, whatever. Safe to succeed, um, those doubts and fears and resistance that come up aren't always logical or rational. Even if you yourself are scientific, left brain, or very rational, very logical, very analytical, these things aren't very rational. And that's okay. You are having a human experience after all. So I don't want to beat a dead horse, and we're almost at an hour, so I want to proceed. But if you needed to hear any of this, whether you knew it or it was a reminder, or you heard it or received it in a different way, or the penny dropped this time, or whatever, let me know in the comments. So, again, to recap, we're going to choose to release and detach from how these miracles have to show up, what they have to look like, when and where even. And yes, you can receive miracles even if you're an atheist or, like I said, healthily skeptical. So, who this will not work for is cynics. I'm not here to make a believer of miracles out of you. That's not the role here. I'm just a facilitator. This experience is for those who are open to receiving miracles and are willing to ask for them and receive them and participate as aforementioned. Okay? So, the rest of this video is going to be a fully present, potent as fuck experience. So if you need to pee, this would be the time to pause the video and do that and then come back. Okay, welcome back if you went to pee. It's miracle time. Woo woo. So, I asked you to get a glass or bottle of water earlier. If you did, but you haven't drank any or it's been a while since you drank some, please drink some water now. Okay. So you're in a safe, private place or space. To recap, put your feet on the ground floor or earth below you and preferably be seated for the rest of this experience, and except for a couple times when I might ask you to ask your body if it wants to get up and stretch or something, okay? But for the rest of this, go ahead and be seated with your feet on the ground floor or earth below you. So let's begin. With your feet on the ground or floor, if you're able to, go ahead and wiggle your toes. And now I'm going to ask you to take 3 deep, slow belly breaths, but I'm going to give you a recommended way I want you to do it, even if it's different than you're used to, okay? So when I say belly breaths, I mean diaphragmatic breathing, as in on each inhale, your belly will gently expand, okay? And if you're able to, go ahead and inhale for the rest of this video experience through your nose. We're going to inhale or breathe in through our noses. If you're stuffed up like I often am, just use your mouth. Allow our bellies to gently expand on each inhale. And then we're going to exhale. We are aiming that our exhales are a bit longer than our inhales for this experience. So I'm going to recommend you use at least 4 seconds to breathe in through your nose. Allow the air to get in and down and gently expand your belly on each inhale. And then exhale for at least 6 seconds with a So you can sigh it out or you can ha, H-A, ha it out, long and slow. So inhale through your nose, go ahead with your feet on the ground, wiggle your toes if you're able to. Breathe in through your nose to a count of at least 4 seconds, allowing your belly to gently expand on the inhale. And sigh it out or ha it out, for aiming for 6 seconds. If you can't reach the whole amount of time, just aim for it on the next breath. We can always try again, thankfully. That's right. Wiggle your toes, feel your feet on the ground floor or earth below you. Go ahead and breathe in again, in through your nose to a count of at least 4 seconds, allowing your belly to gently expand. And exhale is longer than the inhale. Aim for at least 6 seconds on the exhale, at least 4 on the inhale. And go ahead and do that once more with feeling. In through your nose. That's right, thanks. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to place your attention. Your power is in your attention in this present moment, right? The power of now, Eckhart Tolle, be here now, the late great Ram Dass, mystics for thousands of eons from the Eastern world who weren't of white skin, Western men. Be here now was always the gist. So I'm going to ask you to, remember I had you choose that this is going to work for you earlier, and then I had you put it in the comments after you said it out loud. We're going to do a different version of that now. So I want you to repeat after me aloud. You only have to repeat it once aloud unless you feel inspired to say it more than once. I am, two of the most powerful words in the English language, choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now. I'll repeat it. I am choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now. I'm enunciating it so you can hear me better because I mumble sometimes. You don't have to enunciate it that way unless you feel like it. So, again, I am choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now. So if you said that aloud at least once, even if you felt silly and ridiculous and foolish and embarrassed and stupid, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you to put that same statement into the comments. This is a choice statement. I use choice statements with all my clients, inspired by the late, great Dr. Pat Carrington of EFT Choices fame. By the way, I don't use EFT or EFT choices with my clients these days because I found that other modalities work quicker and more efficient and faster and even easier. But EFT will always have a place in my heart. I love EFT, the original by Gary Craig, and EFT choices, which I found to be the most effective form of EFT, actually. So if you are somebody who enjoys or loves or knows about EFT, and you've never heard of or practiced the choices method and you still like to incorporate EFT into what works for you, I highly recommend you check out the work of the late great Dr. Pat Carrington, specifically her EFT choices method. But I digress, this is my one. So you don't need to know EFT or even what the fuck I'm talking about in order to continue on. So keep breathing deeply and slowly in through your nose, belly gently expands, and out through your mouth. That's right. So go ahead and wiggle your toes. So now, if you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to put the statement I had you say aloud, which is a choice statement a few minutes ago, into the comments. Ready? It's what we just said a minute ago. I am choosing to be and feel, FEEL, safely embodied here and now. So I want you to put that in the comments now if you're willing to choose it. If you're willing to choose to be and feel safely embodied here and now, put I am choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now in the comments. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to use the power of your presence. Remember, we said be here now, the power of the present moment, and then we made a conscious choice that we're choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now. So now, with the power of your conscious choice and your attention, which is your power of this present moment and how you can direct it, you're going to, with your feet on the ground floor or earth, wiggle your toes, feel your feet against whatever they're touching, socks, shoes, the floor, the carpet, grass, the beach. Okay? Thank you. And now, go ahead and place your attention in the base of your spine, inside of your tailbone, aka your coccyx, at the base of your spine. That's right. If your attention wanders, just bring it right back gently into your coccyx, your tailbone at the base of your spine. So your feet are on the ground floor or earth. You're choosing to be safely embodied here and now. You're placing your attention inside of your body at the base of your spine in your tailbone. That's right. And now go ahead and take 3 more deep, slow belly breaths in through your nose, each time allowing your belly to gently expand on each inhale for at least 4 seconds in and at least 6 seconds out. That's right, your attention's in your tailbone the whole time. If it wanders off, just bring it back and continue breathing this way for at least 2 more times. Your attention is in your tailbone the whole time while you're doing deep, slow belly breathing. And if it wandered off, put it right back into your tailbone at the base of your spine. Go ahead and repeat once more, even if you've done 3. That's right. And now if your eyes were closed, you can slowly, gently blink them open. And if they weren't closed, that's okay too. But now I want you to put your attention in or just around the outside edges of your physical body. Wiggle your fingers if you can. And get really curious. What are you noticing right now in and around your body? How are you physically feeling sensation-wise? Are you feeling more grounded? Are you feeling more centered? Are you feeling calmer? Is your body feeling more at ease? Is it feeling more relaxed? Are you noticing feeling calmer or more peaceful? Maybe you notice you're breathing easier. Maybe your nose was stuffed up and it's less stuffed, or the stuffiness has gone away. Maybe you had some excess tension in your body you were aware of earlier, or maybe you weren't consciously aware of it, but now that I'm asking you to pay attention to your body, maybe you notice, oh, now that I think about it, Erin, I did have some excess tension there earlier, and now it's lessened or it's gone away. Maybe you had some pain or aches earlier, and now they've decreased or gone away. Whatever you notice, even if it's nothing at all, is just right. But get curious, pay attention in and around your whole body. What are you aware of? What are you noticing now? Are you feeling calmer, lighter, more spacious, more expanded, more at ease, more grounded, more centered, more here and now, more present, more relaxed, more at ease, less pain, less tension, breathing easier, less stiffness? What are you aware of? There's no right or wrong. Whatever's true for you is correct for you. It's different for every person, every time. Just get curious and notice what you notice, and then put it in the comments. And if you need to pause it to do that, that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put one hand over your heart. Actually, go ahead and put it in the center of your chest or over your heart, whatever one is easier and feels better for you right now and your body. That's right. So if you're able to, one hand is either in the center of your chest or over your heart, or it's maybe in the center and over your heart, whatever works for you. And put the other hand, if you're able to, on your lower belly, just above your pubic area. So one hand's on the center of your chest, one hand is just on your lower belly. That's right. And now, with your power of your focus, your attention, your power of the present moment is where you choose to focus your attention. Place your attention inside the center of your chest under that hand. And if you're like, well, Erin, it would feel easier, more comfortable if I put both hands over my chest, that's fine. You do you, but please put, if able, at least one hand over the center of your chest. So your attention's inside of the center of your chest, underneath your hand. That's right. And now, with your attention in the center of your chest the whole time, I'm going to ask you to take 3 more deep, slow belly breaths, at least 4 seconds on the inhale, belly gently expands, and at least 6 seconds on the exhale with a ha ha ha, or a sighing it out. Okay? So if your attention wanders off from the center of your chest, just put it right back in there. No biggie. So attention's in the center of your chest, under one or both hands. Go ahead and take a deep, slow belly breath. That's right. If your attention wandered off, put it right back inside the center of your chest at heart level, under one or both hands. And do 2 more deep, slow belly breaths with your attention in the center of your chest the whole time. You're going to hear me yawning, but I'm not falling asleep on you. Energy's just coming through. That's right. You may or may not notice anything. Whatever you notice is just right. Your attention's inside the center of your chest. You're breathing deeply and slowly and gently and safely, of course. That's right. And so now, if you've taken 3 deep, slow belly breaths or more, Keep your attention in the center of your chest under one or both hands, and if it wandered off, just bring it back. That's right. And now I want you to call up the memory of something or someone that you love unconditionally. They could be deceased, they could be a pet, they could be um, living, just someone or something you love unconditionally. If you're struggling with that, need some help, I recommend, if you're a parent, one of your kids when they were asleep as a baby, or a pet who you love unconditionally, even if they're deceased, who, um, yeah, if you're like, I don't know what it's like to love that way, Erin, okay, then somebody you felt loved by unconditionally, or something like a pet or a human, whether they're alive or deceased. Something or someone that either made you feel loved unconditionally or who you love or have loved unconditionally. So you're thinking of that, bringing up a memory of feeling loved unconditionally or loving unconditionally or both, whatever's easiest and feels the most loving and best. Your attention's in the center of your chest at heart level, under one or both hands. You can take that other hand off of your lower belly now if it's still there, if you want to. That's right. So you're calling up the energy, the feeling, the memory of someone or something you love or felt loved by unconditionally, whether it was in the past or right now. That's right. And go ahead with your one or both hands lovingly over the center of your chest, feeling into that loving energy. Take 3 more deep, slow belly breaths, but this time, imagine that you're breathing right in through one or both hands over the center of your chest, right into your heart center in the center of your chest, aka your heart chakra. You can sigh out the deep breaths or haw them out, whatever works for you. That's right. Keep breathing deeply and slowly, breathing love and oxygen right in energetically through your hands, right into the center of your chest. That deep, unconditional love. That's right. And now I want you to think about something that you've either been successful at, not according to other people, but according to you. Something you've succeeded at or felt successful at. It could be when you learned how to tie your shoes for the first time. It could be when you learned how to walk, if you remember back that far. It could be when you learned how to ride a bike. It doesn't have to be from adulthood. It doesn't have to be a big career or business success when it can be, but it doesn't have to be. Okay? Whatever's the easiest memory you can recall now, with your attention still in the center of your chest under one or both hands, of a time you felt the most successful you've ever felt in your life. Not because others said so, they may have said so too, and that's okay, but because you genuinely felt successful. Truly. That's right. It could be that you made straight A's, and not because you were pressured to, but because you genuinely set a goal for yourself and met it. It could be a recent target you've hit, it could be a past one, it could be a long term one, it could be a short term one. It could be, hey, I made it 18 hours fasting today, Erin. Today I almost made it 18 hours. I've made it longer before, but today it was really a challenge for me to get to 18 hours. And to me, I choose to believe that for me today, that was a win, that was a victory, and that was a success for me today. But it could be a career goal, a business goal, a sales goal, whatever it is for you. Past, present, but something you've been successful at previously. That's right. And now, if your eyes were closed, slowly, gently blink them open. Say aloud, I am choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now. And then wiggle your toes, feel your feet against the ground floor or earth below you again. That's right. Now I want you to go ahead and check in with your body. And this is especially true if you're a left brainer. And your small self definitely doesn't want to check in with your body. I'm going to ask you to snooze it like we're snoozing disbelief for this experience. Thank you for your input, small self. You can say to it aloud or quietly. And I'm choosing to ask my body and honor what it says anyway. That's how you deal with that. You don't try to ignore it. You don't repress it. You don't suppress it. You don't avoid it. You don't shut it up. You acknowledge it. You appreciate it. You thank it for its feedback. And then you inform it of your conscious choice. It has to accept your conscious choice. Thank you, small self. Good looking out. And I'm choosing to ask my body, listen for its awareness, and take action on that anyway. You don't even have to put that in the comments. But if your small self objects, which it likely will, this is how you navigate it. So here's what I want you to do. Put one or both hands lovingly on your body if they're not. Say, hi, body. You can say this part silently if you want. Hey, body, would you like me to drink some more water now? Now, your small self is not going to like that. Again, you know how to deal with it. And then ask your body again if your small self objected. Hey, body, would you like me to drink some more water now? Now, it may not speak in words, so it might just feel lighter. Lighter means yes. What's light for you is true for you. So, lightness or lighter feeling means yes. You'll get an awareness though, and practice makes you better. So, this is okay if you're not sure. If it's been a while since you've drank, you might want to have some more water, even if you're not sure what your body's awareness was trying to tell you. Practice makes you better. Choose to practice to get better at it. Okay, so now ask it, hey body, would you like me to stand up and do some gentle stretches or some gentle twisting or some gentle bending or some gentle slow shoulder rolls? Ask it and let it tell you. And then if it says yes, as long as it's safe for you and medically allowed for you, go ahead and honor your body and do what it asked you to do. Obviously, if you're wheelchair bound, that could be impossible or challenging. Just do what can work for you in this moment. That's right. So now you can return to seated position with your feet back on the ground floor or earth. Wiggle your toes, feel your feet against your socks or your shoes or the floor or the carpet or the tile or the grass or the beach or whatever they're touching. That's right. And now put your attention in or around your body. Wiggle your fingers, look at your hands. What are you noticing in and around your body right now? You might be feeling even lighter, even more spacious, even calmer, even more grounded, even more centered, even more present. You might be feeling even less stressed, even more ease. You might be feeling, your muscles might be feeling looser. You might be feeling more relaxed. You might be feeling even less pain or tension than the last time I had you check. Whatever you're noticing is just right. You may feel hot, you may feel cool, you may feel both at the same time in different places, you may feel tingling, you may or may not notice energy. Whatever you notice is just right, even if it's nothing at all. But get curious and ask, hey, what do I notice in and around my body? Hey, body, what would you like me to be aware of right now? And it might be like, hey, you just drank a bunch of water that you don't usually ask me about, but this time you did and you honored me and drank some. And even though you just went pee, we need to pause this and go pee again. If so, don't hold it. Honor your body. You want to increase your success and safely succeed at light speed, you're going to need to learn to partner up with your body and include its awareness by asking it and making that a practice. And if you've been disassociated from your body, either from small self-driving due to societal conditioning and or trauma, and or from being extra right woo-woo-ish, and thinking, oh, higher self is consciousness and being out of my body and blah blah blah, my body's a bag of meat and bones, you'd be surprised that the really extreme left brainers and the really extreme right brainers often have that in common, where they both think their body's beneath them. And I'm encouraging you, like I do with all my clients, to include and ask your body and get into a habit and practice of it. And if you're a left brainer, this will be especially challenging for you. Trust me, I know from personal experience as well as professional experience of coaching and consulting and healing. And I will say, as a certified coach and a certified healing facilitator, whew, it can be easier said than done, but it can be done. And it can be so simple. It just takes choosing it and committing to it and choosing it and committing to it and remembering and forgetting, and then repeating that for a while until it gets easier and easier and easier. And then it's a new habit like anything else you practice. That's right. So if you went to pee, welcome back. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seated, safe position. Feet are on the ground floor, earth below you. Wiggle your toes. Say aloud, I am choosing to be and feel safely embodied here and now again for me. That's right. Okay. So now I want you to bring to mind what you want to ask for this success miracle today for. And we're not having you ask so you can judge it or justify it to me or anybody freaking else. Okay? We just want you to use the power of the present moment and your present moment attention and focus to bring up the energy of, what do I want to experience success in next? Why am I here asking for success miracle through Aaron's Merry Miracle Monday video? And if you need to pause it and reflect on that, you can. If you want to pause it and reflect and journal on it, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. Whatever works for you in this moment. But bring to mind, what is it you want the success miracle for today? You don't have to tell me. You don't even have to put that in the comments unless you feel like it. But what do you desire the success miracle for today? Is it for experiencing greater success in your business or creative career? Is it to be more successful in relationships, personal and or professional? How about being more successful in hitting your health or wellness targets, especially with the new year approaching? Maybe to feel more successful in life in general or in parenting. Whatever it is for you, there's no right or wrong. But get clear right now. Why are you asking for this success miracle? What's it for? Why do you desire it? Again, we're not asking so you can justify or prove why you desire it. We're bringing up the energy so you can focus the power of your present moment attention, which is where your power is, to make this experience more effective for you, okay? And to get you clear on it. So, truth, why you desire to be more successful in that way and or area. You may not actually know. It might be, oh, because such and such said that's how I should do it, or I should feel that way, or I should want to have a success in this area. Well, isn't that interesting? Now you know that what's driving your request for success or greater success isn't even yours. Maybe you share it, but if you got the answer or awareness that it's because that's what they said it should be, then that may not actually be true for you. And if you get nothing out of this experience, that might be the starting point of what will help you to safely succeed at Lightspeed coming forward, which would be, oh, isn't that interesting? I've been being driven by other people's definition of what I should want for success for me in my life or business or leadership or creative career or relationships or health or whatever, education. That's not actually true for me right now. Maybe it was in the past, maybe it will be in the future, but right now that's not actually true for me. Isn't that interesting? And yet you might feel some kind of way about it, angry, some grief, frustration, because maybe you've invested a lot of time, money, and or energy into being successful in that way only to discover it was based on what somebody else's version of success was that you thought you should want or desire. And you're not alone if that happens, and it's okay. And it in my philosophy, I didn't originate this saying, but it's one of my favorite philosophies, is better late than never, right? Um, if you know now, yeah, would it have been helpful to know sooner? Hell yeah. And you can feel however you feel about that. And then what would you like to choose? Maybe would you like to choose to get clear on what actually is true for you? And that may require some meditating, some pondering, some praying if you believe in praying, if that works for you, some journaling, some reflection, some alone time and solitude, some playing and resting, and some reassessing, and that's okay. Include your body in the process by asking it um, along with your being. The late, great Dr. Dyer used to say, you're a human being, not a human doing. Ask the being that you be and your body, hey, being, hey, body, what would true success be like for us next? That would be, light and free and fun and safe and healthy and harmonious with total ease, joy, and glory that would please us and blah, 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 whatever. Fill in the blanks for what's true for you and what targets and parameters are required. And that's a hint, if you're new to me, of what's coming up when we formulate the ask in a couple minutes here. But if you got nothing else out of this video, that might have been what you needed to hear right now, in which case you might need to pause it, save this video, bookmark it, whatever, and go ponder, reflect, meditate on that. That might take you minutes, hours, days, weeks, until it becomes clear in your awareness, and then you allow yourself to receive that awareness, acknowledge it, express it in writing or typing it some kind of way, or voice or video for yourself, and then work with your body and your being as far as to show you the next best step to take toward that new true success version for you at this time in your life and journey. Okay? And at which point, then I invite you to come back to this video, and then you can ask for the success miracle. But for now, this is the next step. So many of us are on autopilot about what we think we should be trying to succeed in and what that looks like and means for us and about us. And a lot of times that about us is unconscious. And this may be the opportunity you needed to actually evaluate that. Like, wait a minute, what is true for me at this point in my life? And oh, I thought it was that. Actually, it's not that at all. It might be something else. Isn't that interesting? Okay. So if you were somebody who needed to hear that and just discovered through this process, through this video, through this experience, oh, okay. Yeah, that the version of success that's been driving and that I was going to ask for isn't actually true for me right now. I'm going to pause this and go reflect and go from there. If that's true, let me know in the comments. If that might be the most valuable thing you get out of this video. Okay, so let's recap. You're grounded, you're safely embodied here and now. You have gotten clear on what you want this success miracle for. You've gotten clear on why you desire it, and you've gotten clear on if it's true for you that you actually do desire it at this time right now. If it wasn't true for you after all, you know to go have some homework and home play to explore that on your own and come back to this video if and when you're ready to ask for the success miracle for what is true for you. Okay, once you've discovered it or been shown it. If you are clear on what you desire and it feels light and expansive when you think about the success miracle for that area or that thing or that way, and you're ready to proceed, we'll carry on. So wiggle your toes on the floor, ground or earth below you. Feel your feet against whatever they're touching. Go ahead and put your attention in the base of your spine and your tailbone and take 3 more deep, slow belly breaths, please. Okay. Now, I want you to think about, don't actually ask for it yet, but think about asking for the thing it is you're asking for the success miracle for today to show up. Imagine you've asked for it already, past tense, and it's already shown up. Okay? Continue breathing deeply and slowly and gently and rhythmically. That's right. Now I want you to get curious and notice whatever is starting to come up into your field of awareness. Get really curious. Don't judge whatever it is, just notice it with curiosity. You're imagining that whatever it is, you've already asked for the success miracle for, and it's already shown up and you've already received it. Whatever it was you wanted the success miracle for, it showed up, it's here now, you've received it. Now, what are you noticing in and around your body? So it can be different for every person every time, even surprising to you potentially. Don't judge it, just notice it with curiosity. Because likely, if what you asked for the success miracle for has come to pass and has come to be and is here now, you likely feel quote unquote happy feelings, elation, happiness, joy, bliss. Maybe you feel peaceful and at ease. Maybe you feel happy and excited and relaxed and like, oh, I can breathe now. Maybe you feel relieved. Maybe you feel grateful. Maybe you feel fulfilled and on purpose and divinely supported. And now, what do you notice physically in and around your body now? How's your body, what's your body sensing? Does your whole body feel relaxed and at ease? How's your posture now that you're in this energy that what you asked for the success miracle is here now for? What's the version of you who's realized whatever you asked for the or imagine you asked for the success miracle for that we haven't actually had you ask for yet, but you're imagining you asked for it and it showed up. Now that that version of you has it, how's that version of you standing? How are they speaking? How do they communicate? Has the tone of their voice changed? Do they sound, act, and feel more confident, that version of you? Do they just feel so much more relieved? Are they less tense and less stressed and more at ease and just, ah? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel freer? Do you feel more empowered? Do you feel more grounded, centered, supported? Do you feel more spacious and at ease? Do you feel happier? All the good quote unquote feels. Get curious about those. How are you feeling emotionally? And what are you noticing in your body now that you're imagining that the success miracle you asked for, that you haven't actually asked for yet, but we're imagining you've asked for it, is true and has actualized for you and is true here and now. How are you feeling physically? Is your body at ease? Is there less pain, less tension, more relaxation, more flexibility, better posture, more confidence? And now I want you to get even more curious. Tune in even more in and around your body now that you're imagining that the success miracle you asked for, that we haven't had you ask for, but we're imagining you asked for, has come to be. Why? Because remember I said earlier that when we're aiming for something, anything not in alignment or congruent with that makes itself known? Well, that's when this might start to show for you. So you may notice, in addition to the so called happy, relieved, grateful, joyful, delightful, delighted feelings of gratitude and excitement and fulfillment and whatever else you're noticing, and ease in your body and calmness and peace. Oh, yeah. That you're also maybe becoming aware of some fear or some doubt, or that don't get used to this. It's not safe to really let your guard down yet. This might be too good to be true. The other shoe might actually drop again, or at all. Don't trust this. You've had this before and it went away. Or you got close to it before and thought you were about to get it and it went away. Or what if it goes away? You've never been here before at this high of a level of success in this area. What if you can't hold on to it? How are you going to protect it and keep it safe? What's it going to cost you? You might notice doubt, you might notice fear, you might notice resistance, you might notice the tendency that while part of you is expansive and happy, the one or more other parts of you might be making themselves known that they want to shrink back down where they felt safer. Just get curious, judgment free, and notice what you notice. If you're noticing those things, it's incredibly common, it's normal, you're not alone, you're in excellent company, and it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. Okay, so if you're one of the rare people for whom you only noticed good feelings and you were really, really curious and tuned in and around your body to notice if anything besides just those happy, good feelings came up, and you really tried, but you could only detect peaceful, ease, love, and above good feelings, quote unquote, then congratulations, pat yourself on the back. Yay. And let me know in the comments. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. But I will say that people who notice only those happy feelings are often in the minority, and that doesn't make you wrong or bad either. I honestly mean congratulations if that's true for you. If that's true for you, I'm going to recommend that you spend the next couple minutes with your attention in your heart space, just taking deep, slow belly breaths, and then check in with your body and ask it if it would like you to do some gentle stretches or twists or turns or drink some more water. And just hang in there with me for a few more minutes while I address those who maybe did have resistance, which is the normal usually. Okay? And then join me back if you only had quote unquote good feelings in a couple of minutes when I have you actually ask for the miracle. Okay, so for the rest of you, if you noticed other things in addition to the happy, good feelings, like resistance, doubt, fear, a little bit of wanting to crawl back and hide, a little bit of that's not safe, don't get used to it, you can't trust it, how do you know it's going to last, yada, yada, blah, blah. I want you to get curious and notice where in your body you notice that the most, because there's going to be a corresponding sensation in at least one place of your body. So get curious, look for it, find it. It will let you know if you ask it and look for it. Isn't that interesting? I feel afraid. Okay, body, will you show me where you're holding that fear the most right now? If it's in more than one place, get curious and ask your body, show me where we are holding this the most intensely right now, body, because it's going to be more intensely in one place than another. If it's equally distributed, put your attention on the whole area physically. There'll be a sensation of doubt, fear, resistance, wanting to crawl and hide. Just be present to it. Don't judge it. It's trying to protect you and get your needs met. How can we not appreciate it and love it? So do not repress it. Do not suppress it. Acknowledge it. Appreciate it. It's just trying to protect you. But Aaron, I don't need protecting from the happiness that I'm asking for. Logically, you don't. But we said earlier that these kinds of things are not exactly rational. But you're having a human experience anyway. Don't judge it as irrational and try to make it go away. Acknowledge it, appreciate that it's looking out for you, and be present to the physical sensation of that fear, doubt, or resistance if you noticed it. Thank you, that's right. Any discomfort, continue breathing deeply and slowly through while you keep your attention on it. And wonder with curiosity, what might that physical sensation that tightened up or felt like butterflies or rumbly tummy or tightness or whatever it was for you. It won't feel like ease. It won't feel spacious or light. It won't feel expanded. It won't feel like love or above if it's doubt, fear, or resistance or lack or scarcity or whatever else. It won't feel like those quote unquote good feelings. It will feel tighter or rumbly or less than. Just bear witness to the physical sensation of that tightness or that constriction or that contraction or that less than ease physical sensation that your body showed you and wonder what it might do next with curiosity. Don't judge it, don't try to make it go away, just witness it with the power of your presence and keep breathing. That's right. What might it do next? If it just went away, congratulations, great. Maybe it didn't go away, but it lessened up a little and it feels a little lighter or more expansive, or maybe it moved. Whatever it does is just right, even if it stays the same. It's just right. Just notice it with curiosity, wondering what the physical sensation of that fear or doubt or insecurity or resistance or lack or whatever it is that came up for you in your body is doing. Just be present to it. Judgment free without trying to make it go away, without analyzing it, without making it bad or wrong. Just wonder what it might do next as you witness it with the power of your presence and curiously wondering what it might do next. That's right. Now, it may have gone away, it may have lessened, it may have dissipated, it may have moved. Whatever it did or didn't do is just right. If it went away entirely, great. If it didn't, that's fine too. It's not there forever. You're not stuck with it, I promise you. That's the great news. Okay, so the other great news is you can receive your miracle coming up even with some resistance or some fear or some doubt. However, know that it's easier and faster to actualize your miracles than whatever else you're taking inspired aligned action for and choosing consciously in life, business, creative career, whatever, if you don't have the resistance. So while it's okay and you can actualize with it, it's easier and faster without it. And one of the things I expertly support my clients to do is to neutralize those fears, those doubts, those insecurities, um, and work with ways that we can still consciously support you to consciously choose to put in any protective mechanisms. And this is not about ignoring your intuition, it's about honoring your inner knowing, but doing it in ways, or rather, and doing it in ways that you don't need to self sabotage because one or more parts are afraid. Instead, it's about getting those parts on board with knowing it is safe for me to have what I want, or to keep what I want, or to keep it and grow it and have it. And once all parts of you from the unconscious to the conscious are congruent, there won't be self sabotage. And with that resistance neutralized, that doubt, that fear neutralized, it's quicker and easier for your miracles and whatever you're choosing to actualize with greater ease, joy, freedom, flow, fulfillment, and fun faster than you ever thought possible. So, in other cases, depending on the intensity of your resistance, doubt, fear, whatever, it can altogether stop what you're asking for from showing up. And so, one of the cases, if we circle back to earlier in this experience where I talked about for some people who have a certain type of ADHD, where the harder you try, the harder things get. You don't have to have ADHD for that to be your situation, by the way, but it is incredibly common. It happened to me for years before I ever learned that's what it was. And I just assumed it was something wrong with me, of course. If you can relate, let me know in the comments. Okay, so if you're trying and working so hard and you're used to being an overachiever and getting what you set your mind to, but you're just not able to get something to actualize in your business or creative career in particular, and you don't have that kind of ADHD, and you're like, what the heck, Aaron? Then it's usually that one or more parts of your unconscious world internally don't think it's safe for you to succeed in that area. And that's what I'm an expert at supporting you with. So if you require and desire more support beyond this, I invite you to apply to receive one of my complimentary exclusive Accelerate Your Success sessions to see about coming to work and play with me. Okay, but yeah, essentially it's about getting all parts of you congruent with knowing it's safe for you to have what you want, or to keep it and grow it, etc. And don't make those parts of you bad or wrong. They're just looking out for you. Be curious, be compassionate. That can change everything. And maybe that's what you needed from this video. If so, let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's check back in. Put your feet on the floor, wiggle your toes. Choose, I am choosing to be safely embodied here and now. Say it aloud. Take a deep, slow belly breath. That's right. And now, imagine that you asked for your success miracle to show up, and whatever you wanted that success miracle for, it's here, it's now, it's real, it's true. Imagine it. Now, tune back into all those happy, wonderful feelings that came up: the relief, the gratitude, the fulfillment, the joy, the delight, the ease, the relief, the relaxation, all the emotionally, quote unquote, good feelings, all the physical, quote unquote, good feelings. And now get curious and notice in and around your body, is there anything other than love and above feelings, or those quote unquote good feelings and sensations, physically and emotionally? Is there still any doubt? Is there still any fear? Is there still any resistance? Is there still any wanting to crawl and hide and feeling exposed? Whatever you notice is just right, but get curious and notice, what else do you feel in addition to the good feelings when you imagine your success miracle has shown up now? That's right. Now, see, I just noticed a little bit of, it's not tight, but a little bit of like, we don't usually describe the sensation of butterflies in our chest, but if we did, that's what it feels like for me right now on the left side of my chest. like a little bit of nervous energy, almost butterfly-like in the left side of my chest. And it tightened up a little bit. It doesn't feel like it's squeezing, but it feels a little bit tight with this nervous butterfly energy. Now, if you noticed anything like that, even if it's different than it was last time, or even if you didn't notice anything last time but you notice it now, even if it's different than what I'm feeling, cool. Get curious about it. And I'm going to ask you and your body a question. Truth, who or what does that sensation actually belong to? Is that feeling or sensation even yours, or is it actually someone else's or something else or something else's? Breathe deeply and tune into your body and notice what you notice with curiosity. Did it lighten up? Did it go away? Is it the same? Whatever you notice is just right. Just notice it. That's right. There's no right or wrong. Just be true. Now, if it lightened up at all, that means at least some or all of it wasn't yours, which will sound impossible and woo-woo, and yet when you go to the quantum physics of it all and how everything's energy at the quantum, aka subatomic level, and we're all connected energetically, then it's not woo-woo or far out at all. It's pretty cool though. So, if it lightened up at all, at least some of it wasn't yours. If it went away entirely, none of it was yours. And we don't have time to go into how or why that is right now, but if you want to know, ask me in the comments. Okay, so if it's just as intense or the same as it was before, then put your attention in it and get curious about the physical sensation of it. Here's what I noticed when I asked. The butterfly nervous sensation pretty much lightened up and went away. So that usually means that I noticed that one or more of you, my body perceived that one or more of you, because it's always now in the quantum, so energetically I can perceive from the energy of anyone who's listening to this video, even if it's in the future. So if that went away from me, that means that part wasn't even mine. It means my body was making me aware of something it was aware of that belonged to somebody else, probably one or more of you listening to this now. But I may never know, and I don't need to know. All I need to know is that I was willing to ask, is this even mine, truth? And it lightened up and went away, and that part wasn't mine. Thanks, body, for making me aware that somebody else had that sensation. Okay, now what? Well, I still notice a little bit of tightness, but it's dissipated and it's moved a little bit over and up on the left side under my collarbone. That may not be true for you. That's true for me in this moment. Okay, so truth, her, what does this remaining part actually belong to? Is it mine or someone else's or something else? And if you're having remaining sensation other than good feelings when you think that your miracle has actualized now that we haven't even had you ask for, notice what you notice. Is any of it left? Anything physical sensation wise other than ease or love and above sensations and happy feelings and quote unquote good feelings in your body? If so, be present to the physical sensation. Did it lighten up? Did it go away? If it went away, congratulations. If it lightened up, congratulations. Let's return any of it that wasn't ours back to wherever it came from with consciousness attached, never to return to us again. And will you please destroy and uncreate the rest? If so, say yes aloud and mean it, even though I can't hear you. And then go ahead and give me a yes in the comments. Please pause it if you need to. Thank you. And we're going to use the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement, which will sound like gibberish, right and wrong, good and bad, all nine, pon and pock, povads, boy shorts and beyonds. You may or may not feel anything. You may or may not notice anything. You might feel lighter, more spacious. Make sure you're sitting, again, for safety, because you might feel a little off balance. It's real spacey. If you want to know more about that clearing statement, you can visit theclearingstatement.com. Okay, so now check back in with your body. When you think that your miracle has shown up for success, what else do you notice besides your good feelings in or around your body? Any tension, any tightness, any butterflies, any rumbly tummy, anything less than ease or relaxation or all good feelings and sensations are neutral. Anything other than love and above sensations are neutral in your body when you imagine that your miracle has come true and it's here now. If so, it's probably a lot less than it was before. And if not, that's okay too. I can help you. I would recommend you contact me or apply about working with me and one of my rapid results experiences. Okay, things can go away it's all about your safety. So simply, safely, swiftly. Using my proven holistic approach and my holistic success system, aka my quantum success system. Okay, but what you might notice is that it's gone down. So it's either gone away. If so, great job. Pat yourself on the back. Let me know in the comments. If it hasn't gone away, but it's lessened, great job. All progress counts and is to be celebrated. Pat yourself on the back and let me know in the comments. Now, if you're like, Erin, I still have some tightness, mine's in my back or my neck or blah, 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 that's okay. After you sleep overnight and wake up, it might be gone when you check again in the morning. Okay? Also, your body may desire or require less sleep than it normally does after this experience for the next few hours or days, and or it might require more sleep than you usually give it over the next few hours and days. Do not judge it. Do not say what's wrong with me? Why is my body so tired or what's wrong with me that I'm so having so much more energy? What did I do wrong? No, cancel that. Don't judge it as bad or wrong. Just notice it with curiosity, like, oh, isn't that interesting? My body's got more energy now. Or isn't that interesting? My body needs more rest. Okay, let me honor that. And then remember, like I said, you can still actualize even with some resistance, doubt, and or fear, but it will be quicker and easier if we neutralize that, and we can always neutralize that. All right, next. So check in, let me know what you're noticing. There's no right or wrong as long as it's true. Put it in the comments. Pause the video if you have to. Hey, Erin, I'm noticing feeling more spacious, lighter, calmer, freer, more empowered, fulfilled, at ease, peaceful, calm, centered, grounded, relaxed. Pain I had earlier is gone, Erin. Tension I had is earlier left. Hey, I'm breathing easier through my nose. Like whatever it is that you're noticing, put it in the comments. Let me know. And now ask your body, hey, body, truth, would you like me to drink some more water now? Would you like me to stretch or stand or twist or turn gently? Would you like me to do some gentle shoulder rolls? Whatever it wants you to do, honor it and do it. Excuse me. Okay, so now that's another thing. You may notice that you were yawning. You may have noticed that you were burping more. Sometimes when I'm moving energy, sometimes that happens, and I apologize I couldn't get to the mute on time. Sometimes you may notice passing gas. That one's more rare, but it could happen. Okay, so now all that was just imagining you asked for your success miracle and received it. Now we're going to actually have you ask, and I want to wrap this up. If you've attended my other Mary Miracle Mondays, you might know the drill by now, but just in case, we're going to go quickly over this. And if you need to pause it and write or type these, you can. You don't have to memorize them, okay? You can always rewind and replay to hear what I've said to include in your ask. But we're going to include in our ask for your success miracle today a few key things. One, you need to be willing to ask for it to be for the highest and greatest good of all involved, because usually whatever we're asking for success for does involve other people. Not always, but usually. So if what you're about to ask for your success miracle for involves other people, I encourage you to add a parameter to your ask that includes asking for the highest and greatest good of all. If it's for you and somebody else, isn't two people, for us both, okay? Next parameter, you're going to ask for your miracle for success to actualize in safe, healthy, and harmonious ways. Don't worry, I'll give you an example of this momentarily, but let's cover the parameters real quickly first. Next, you're going to ask for it to actualize with total ease, joy, and glory. Okay? And finally, you're going to ask, include in your ask, for this and or something even better than I could have ever even have imagined to ask for. So let me give you an example of how that works. Now, who you're going to ask, it's not me. It's going to be what's true for you. So if you believe in God, source, goddess, universe, all that is, the great spirit, your word for it here, you can fill in the blank with that being. If you don't believe in any of that, you can ask your being. You're a being, not a doing. Remember? You're a human being. So you can ask the being that you truly be. Or you can ask your being and your body. Or you can ask the earth. Or you can ask the quantum field. Excuse me. So you're going to formulate your ask by asking whatever version of who works for you. For me, I choose universe or source for my ask, but you do what you do you. Okay? But here's an example. Hey universe, may I please have the success miracle for, and then fill in the blank with what you got clear on what you wanted it for and why you wanted it. Okay? So if it was like to fill my group coaching program, then you're going to add in with total ease, joy, and glory, in safe, healthy, and harmonious ways for the highest and greatest good of all. And or something even better than I could have ever been even thought to ask for. Okay? If it's for selling out a product. Hey, God, may I please have the success miracle for uh, being completely sold out of this product in safe, healthy, and harmonious ways with total ease, joy, and glory, and or something even better than I could ever even have thought to ask for the highest and greatest good of everyone who buys it and is involved. Okay? Or if it's to book more gigs, because you're an artist or an entertainer. Hey, body, hey, being, may I please have this success miracle for booking whatever amount of gigs or whatever specific gigs. Maybe you're a comic and you want to book the Edinburgh Festival. For booking that and winning, whatever. And or something even better than I could have ever even thought to ask for, with total ease, joy, and glory, in safe, healthy, and harmonious ways for the highest and greatest of all involved. And or something even better than I could ever even have thought to ask for. That will prevent asking in these ways will help prevent self-sabotage, get you out of your own damn way, and yeah, basically that. Crap. You know what? I just hit pause and then thought I had unpaused and resumed. Now I don't know what I said. So I cut off a part. So go ahead and formulate your ask and then ask it out loud and then put it in the comments. Remember, may I please have my success miracle for, say what it's for, in safe, healthy, and harmonious ways with total ease, joy, and glory for the highest and greatest benefit of all, and or something even better than I could ever even thought to ask for or imagined. So there's a universal law that when you ask, it is given. So the moment you asked in these ways for a way that was true success for you, heart and being led, body led, true success for you, not what somebody else thinks it should be, you were instantaneously opened up a portal in the quantum field of possibilities for it. It's already yours in the quantum, and it's always now in the quantum. Congratulations. However, it could take some time to physically materialize and actualize here in the 3D physical world we live in, having human experiences. Now, what shortcuts that success, I'm your shortcut to success, hashtag shortcut to success, is neutralizing any resistance, doubt, fear, etc., that could be in the way of your ask. Okay? And getting those unconscious parts of you congruent with the conscious parts of you. Now, your ask could show up while you're on this experience, but you had your notifications silenced, so you might not notice till you get done with this and then turn them back on. Or it could happen in the hours or days after this experience. Okay? Be willing to let it happen quickly and miraculously because it's a miracle. Also, be willing to let it take its time, like we said earlier when we said to detach from the outcome. So it's already yours. It's about having it actualize and or something even better actualize. Okay, now to really exponentialize this, I invite you, if it hasn't shown up by tomorrow, to invest at least 1 to 5 minutes each day until it does physically actualize and or something even better. Feeling how it feels now that it's true for you and has physically actualized as if it's already true and it's already happened again. Get back into those wonderful, happy feelings and spend 1 to 5 minutes basking and bathing in the energies of those feelings, physically, sensation wise, and emotionally over the next few hours and days. 1 to 5 minutes a day. Schedule it, put a reminder on your phone if you have to, until what you asked for shows up and or something even greater. When it does, celebrate it and come back here and comment and let us know that your miracle showed up and let us celebrate you. And until it does, when you're spending the 1 to 5 minutes a day, imagining it as if it's true and has actualized, and you're feeling all the good feels about it, get into a sense of gratitude that it's here now as well. Gratitude will really speed that up. And just get into curiosity and wonder about it and how wonderful it could be and how it could get even better than you could ever even imagined. Okay, so allow it to show up however, whenever, however, wherever it desires to, and or something even greater. Remember to sign up for Merry Miracles Live with me this Friday, the 29th of December, 2023 at 8 a.m. Arizona time. It's free. Sign up with your name and your email address at bit.ly/Merry Miracles Live. Find the link in the description. Sign up even if you don't think you can attend live. And if there ends up being a replay, you'll find out by email. But do your best to attend for more miracles, for a bonus miracle that has to do with the new year, for personalized requests for miracles, and to connect with me live. Plus, so you can discover and hear about the exciting, wonderful news about how you can miracleize your 2024. Woo woo! So, excuse me. Yeah, if you desire your success miracle to show up quicker and easier, if it hasn't by the time you're off of this, 1 to 5 minutes a day over the next few days or weeks until it shows up and or something even better, then come back here and celebrate and tell us in the comments. And finally, remember to apply to come work and play with me if that resonates with you. And let me know if you've been receiving one or more of the Merry Miracle Mondays miracles this year. Which was your favorite and why? Let me know in the comments. And let me know what you found most valuable from this whole experience of Merry Miracle Mondays 2023 in the comments. And share these videos with anyone you think would like to receive a miracle now or in the future. So, this has been Erin Lloyd of Quantum Leap Your Biz and Holistic Prevention and Wellness. You can DM me on my Facebook Erin Lloyd profile, ERINLLOYD, or on my Instagram, Quantum Leap Your Biz with Erin, ERIN, if you have any questions or want further information. And until next time, join me live this Friday for Merry Miracles Live, the 29th at 8 a.m. Arizona time. It's free. And until next time, goodbye for now.